Woo. What's up, y'all? Just doing some long tones. As you know, very important. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not even really sure why this is super important and why this helps so much, but I remember my teacher telling me, like, when you take a really deep and full breath, it's important to, like, have the exhale kind of follow that breath as soon as possible, because the longer you hold it, it kind of becomes tense in your body. So, you know, you kind of want your inhale and your exhale to be a part of the same motion if possible. It's super helpful. I'm not even necessarily sure why, but take a deep breath, and then as soon as you kind of reach lung capacity, right out, as if it's in the same kind of motion, same direction. So. Full breath. Yeah, I just think the longer you hold your breath, you know, it's just the breath in there starts to get stale, it gets old. And you want to use it as soon as you take it in, for whatever reason. Oh, what the heck? I'm grinding right now. I'm trying to get to 80 ranged. And yeah, in terms of the whole breathing thing, like when I'm practicing and doing my routine, I always breathe through my nose. It really helps keep my embouchure centered. But whenever I'm in like a playing situation, you have to breathe through your mouth. I always breathe through my mouth because you can get like a really warm and full breath that way. Yeah, I think most people would say it's better to breathe through your mouth, but there's a certain school of thought in a certain book that tells, I forget what it's called, forgive me, trumpet players, please let me know. But yeah, it's like you breathe through your nose and you kind of keep your embouchure centered. It helps me a lot, at least when I'm doing the practicing part of my, like the fundamental part of my practice. So, but yeah, when it comes to like improvising and stuff, I always, or just playing, and really anything musical, not just improvising, but I like to breathe through my mouth because you can take a full breath much easier that way. Like breathe through this kind of like through the sides of your mouth, because you know the center of your embouchure is already established from kind of like doing the nose breathing thing, and then when it's time to like play, you know, you kind of you kind of breathe through the sides of your mouth, but your embouchure still stays centered, you know, kind of like just some food for thought. But yeah, I'm still in the long tone portion of my routine. Yeah, I think I spoke about this a little bit before, but when you're doing those kind of expansion long tones, like where you go up a half step, down a half step, then you go up a whole step, down a whole step, up a minor third, down a minor third, up a fourth, down a fourth, etc. It's so important to think about it as just one, at least in terms of your airflow, think about it as one note, just kind of like zzz. Your fingers are moving and the pitch is changing, but just pretend, for lack of a better word, pretend that you're just playing one long note, and it just helps kind of connect the notes and connect the range. I usually only go up to a tritone, but maybe I could expand it even further. I don't see why not. Shout out to Theoatrix. He has great old school RuneScape guides, and I've been indulging, especially when it can just run in the background like that. It's quite nice. I started playing this game when I was in like 4th grade, so it's just, I always revisit it like every couple of years. I find it to be so fun for whatever reason. Oh, I gotta drink some of these potions. Hold on. All right. Yeah, when I expand those further than the tritone, it starts to get kind of tricky. Yeah, something I've been doing a lot lately, and trumpet players, let me know what you think about this, but I've really been utilizing the pinky ring. I know there's been some comments on my videos suggesting that it's not good, but man, when I put my thumb kind of in between this first and second valve and I put my pinky ring as deep as it can go, my fingers can really get going. And I'm making sure that I'm holding the trumpet with my left hand fully, as I've talked about before, but just like, man, especially when it comes to utilizing that third valve, you know, when you're playing in the lower range, because you have to use that button a lot more down there. You know, having my pinky just, it kind of keeps, you know, because I used to kind of play like this, but it kind of neglects that third finger. I feel as if having this pinky and this ring really makes sure that all 3 of those fingers are kind of, can, you know, be at attention and ready to push down at a moment's notice. So I've been experimenting with playing like this lately, and it's kind of been quite good for me, honestly. Yeah, playing in like D flat and like G flat, it's great keys to practice it and get those that third finger moving, because that's kind of the hardest one. Because once you get past a certain point, like a certain range on trumpet, you don't even need this finger anymore. Trumpet players know that, but for those of you who don't play trumpet, yeah, this finger pretty much becomes obsolete. Like after this note, any higher than that, you don't even need to use it at all. You can play the full range of the instrument with just these 2 fingers. Kind of interesting. Whew. Yeah, I think I talked about this a little bit before, but something that helps me doing the long tones and just playing trumpet in general is like whatever you're looking at when you're playing, whether it be at a gig or in the practice room, just look at the furthest thing you can see and just try to imagine your air going straight for that thing. It helps kind of keep the air moving, because it's easy to kind of hesitate with the air sometimes when it comes to playing this instrument, you know, kind of gets stuck somewhere in the middle there, but you want to be always just thinking forward, and not necessarily loud, but just make sure the air is moving consistently and always. It really helps. Okay. Hey now. I'm at 79. One more level to 80, and then I think I change my practicing, or my grinding, not practicing. Well, I'm doing both, but I think at level 80 I have to buy another expensive-ass bow that I probably can't afford. All right. Feeling a little stuffy at the moment. I'm not sure why. All right. Gonna move on to the Clark studies. You're probably noticing that I'm cutting part of the exercise off, like you're supposed to go, but whenever I get down to the half step or the major 7 or whatever, I just move on to the half step down exercise because I'm lazy. Oh man, tonguing down there is so tricky, but the more I've been practicing this, it gets easier. Go figure. But yeah, it's super tricky articulating down there. It's like I recommend everyone work on that. I obviously talked about this before, but yeah, man, being able to tongue in the lower register, that is a superpower. And a lot of good cats are really good at it. I'm not, so I need to focus on that a lot. It's super hard, especially when I'm in the heat of the moment. I'm like playing. We got at a gig or at a session. It's just like I always default to like mid-range, and I've been getting better at it. But yeah, it's super important to practice tonguing down there. At least for me, it's important to work on things that you're not particularly good at. I think is I guess what I'm trying to say. Oh man. Let's do study. I think it's study 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, trumpet nerds. Ooh, and every now and again I have to catch myself and kind of, I like to reset like this, like to hold the trumpet with my left hand and then incorporate my right hand after that. It's just like a good way to make sure I'm supporting the instrument fully with my left hand, and that helps a lot. Ooh, a couple dings in here, I don't like that. Be careful with your trumpets, y'all, because, and whatever instrument you play, because it's surprisingly easy. Even just like the lightest tap on a hard surface can make some dings. It's not great. Also, let me just say real quick, huge shout out to Agami trumpets, man. Like, those are my, partner trumpet company, and like, man, they really went above and beyond with this thing. I don't think I've ever talked about this on a video before, but just they do incredible work. And also, for those of you who haven't seen this, they got my freaking band's logo there, VJM Collective, and the words as well. Which, by the way, we just released an album under the Game Chops label, so check it out, please. It features some great New York musicians, and it's cool. All Pokemon music. So, but yeah, shout out to Agami, man. I'll tag them in this video, and if you're interested in a horn, DM the guy. He's super nice. His name's Terry. He's a super sweet guy. All right. Let's see. Whew. The lower you get on these, the more air you have to use, so it starts to get tricky, and it encourages you to kind of take a bigger breath every time. I think that's why the Clark Studies book has you do it that way, I assume. Whoops. Ooh, I almost ran out of gas there. Man, if none of y'all have seen that video with Rafael Mendez, like playing the Flight of the Bumblebee and playing like Mexican hat dance, and he talks about the trumpet a lot too. There's like I think you can find the full thing on YouTube. I'll link it in this video, but one of the best trumpet videos on the internet, if not the best. It's just so informative, and it's just so unbelievably killing. Yeah, it's the best. Rafael Mendez, Mexican hat dance, or Flight of the Bumblebee. You can find it on YouTube. Just find the longest one you can, because he talks a little bit about the history of the trumpet and plays like, I think 3 songs. Yeah, it's crazy. He does Mexican hat dance in one breath, and it's just like, I start to get lightheaded just watching it. It's crazy. Oh, I'm gonna watch that after this, honestly. Oh, I have not been paying attention to this. That's okay. Nightmare Zone, baby. What's this song sound like? Is it killing? Not really. This game does have some good music, though. You have to dig for it. Every couple of tracks are quite nice. Okay. Whew. Take a second. And just got some lip trills to do. And then gonna do some play along practice. I'm wondering what I should play with. You're gonna see a lot of RuneScape recommendations. I suppose I can just go to my magical video game music playlist. I'll pick something from there. Where is it? Oh, there we go. VGM Collective Secret Playlist. Yeah, we'll find something good in there to play along to. Get some practicing in. Maybe this one. But we're not quite there yet. Gotta do some fucking lip trills, lip slurs, and all that crap. Maybe we'll play with some RuneScape music in the theme of what the fuck I've been doing these days. Whew. Those are also kind of one of my weaker exercises. And man, yeah, I know a lot of trumpet players started following me now, so it's like, if you guys are noticing anything that I'm doing that seems kind of weird or whack, please tell me in the comments, because like, I'm trying to figure this shit out just like the rest of y'all, to be honest with you. I mean, I haven't had a private teacher in a while, but I've held on to a lot of the stuff I've learned over the years, but like, it's nice to have like a little community on here. So if any of y'all, have any advice or any observations, please let me know, because it helps me too. Honestly. All right. I did make up an exercise years ago, and like, I don't really do it anymore because it's kind of, I'm not sure how much it actually helps, but it is a challenging slur exercise that can be fun to practice. It goes a little something like this. Yeah, you basically just go like through all 7 positions, and then you skip one of the positions when you go back. You go down and then up through all 7 positions, and then you go down and up, skipping one, and then you skip 3. It's kind of like, half steps, whole steps, and then minor thirds, but you do it instead of in terms of like notes, you do it in terms of like the partials in the 7 positions. I don't know if I explained that well at all, but here, I'll do it again, up a partial. Yeah. Just play the video again and you can learn it by through that. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing special either, but it's just it's interesting. It's a good exercise to do, and then you can do it instead of down to up. You can do it up to down. So like. Yeah, it's fun. It definitely works out the chops. I don't know how profound of an exercise it is, but let me know what you think. Okay. I'm gonna go back to trills. I'm feeling the burn. Oh no. What has happened? I'm gonna rest a little bit, so it's a perfect time to reset up this grind, boy. All right. Let's get that out of there. That's not ideal. All right. By X. All right. Oh, I think there's no money in here. Yeah, there isn't. All right, we gotta fill that up. I'll probably edit this out, or honestly, maybe I won't. Who cares? No one's really watching these anyway. The reels do much better than these videos. So, all right. No. Let's go. Alrighty. All right. Now we'll do the lip slurs, the best ones. Feeling a little tired. Might have overdone it. Alrighty. That's enough. I mean, it's not really enough, but we got to get to it here. Got to get to business.